Me be at the altar in your white dress. We ain't get no younger, we might as well do it. Feeling you all the while, girl, I must admit. Let's get married.
And then this part applies more than it should. War's going on across the sea. It ain't nothing I've been fighting, nothing coming with me. Welcome to Soft Launch, everybody, back with another amazing episode. We've had ourselves some big life events going on.
Yes, we have.
I haven't made a decision whether or not to tell you right away or to keep talking so the intro music can play out. But I am here in my sister's shorts.
Yes,
It's true.
You are. You're in your sister's shorts, and you wore them. I was like, God damn.
I'm wearing my sister's shorts, and this is just Jose's shirt. It's the only shirt that I have from when I played baseball at St. John's for a couple months.
Yeah, you should tweet about it.
Yeah, it's just what it is. But now I think I've given us enough time. We got an announcement to make. You want to go ahead and let them know?
Yeah, this is Soft Launch Podcast with JC Mendoza and his fiance.
Yeah, we're engaged, everybody.
Engaged. You understand?
It's just what it is. So fucking all you pussies out there who wanted to shoot shots are too late.
You didn't believe in us.
You didn't believe in it. We closed it off.
Yeah, we closed it off.
We're not getting to no other connections.
And the boy I'd like to couple up with is JC Mendoza.
And it's what it is, guys. We're engaged.
We're engaged.
We're a couple kids who are engaged, and that's gonna be the headline of our first segment.
One thing about we.
One thing about us. We just got engaged, and we're pretty. I feel happy. How do you feel?
I feel very happy. My cheeks hurt.
Yeah, you've been.
Yeah,
smiling.
my ass cheeks. You've been fucking me. You understand? We should start off this episode by saying I am absolutely tossed. I'm lit. We drank.
Had like 4 drinks today.
But 4 drinks today, I smoked a little bit of a joint, and I'm feeling a little good because I have a fiance. I'm absolutely lit. I don't think I've ever been more lit on an episode.
Yeah.
I thought about telling you that I couldn't do it, but I just wanted to let you know I'm here.
I told you we didn't have to record, but we're here. It is what it is. We're gonna try to be, It's just fun because Samantha this whole week has been talking about saving things to like show our future kids, like the week your parents got engaged, and then this is going to be the episode that they watch.
Yeah, and they're just going to know that I'm a piece of shit trash bag from New York, and it's just what it is.
It's just the truth.
It's just the truth of what it is.
It's just the truth. We went to brunch at the Bonnie with our toes out.
Yeah. We wore matching slides from a store that definitely steals things and sells them for cheaper.
Yeah.
And they're fake Yeezy slides. Yeah. Because we would never.
We wore fake Yeezy slides, and we went to brunch and had bottomless sangria and mimosas after we voted for Zorhan because we had to get drunk because we knew what we did to the city.
You understand?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you probably also, and you live in New York City, you probably
You've
also
already voted
for Zorhan. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just what it is. We're not going to make this a political episode because it's about me.
Yeah, it's about Samantha. Only politics you got to know is the politics of the diamonds
and the fucking diamond ring. Because my dad was in the glass cutter.
Yeah, the glass cutter, this guy. But no, man, we got engaged on Juneteenth.
We did, yes, as 2 black people should.
Yes, as real allies. Real allies propose on Juneteenth because what better way to celebrate black liberation than to not be black and shackle yourself to the institution. All right, I do this so my people don't have to.
Truly, we're allies.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, we got engaged on Juneteenth.
Which actually makes sense because I bought the ring a long time ago and you're just finding out about it now. And that's just a good,
good joke. Just can't make it work on stage. We're gonna make it work on the pod.
And that's a lot of this pod.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So we got engaged on Juneteenth.
You want to talk through the day from your perspective?
From my perspective, okay. So JC and I, anytime I have a day off, we make it a big deal.
Kids get excited.
We get excited. We like the day before, we'll do a whole thing like, oh my God, I can't believe you have to work tomorrow, and then we do like a
we're like, oh my God, well you're gonna go to work tomorrow. I guess you gotta answer these. Oh no, you know what we actually do? We make it seem like what we're about to do is not fun at all.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to have the day off.
Tomorrow. God, it's so annoying.
I hate when you have to wake up and there's no calls and no emails. So
that's what we do.
And everybody's just gonna be talking about all the fun stuff we're gonna do because we have so much time. Blah blah.
Blah. Yeah. Everybody's talking about it. It's not even a big deal. We have off. Yeah. So that's what we were doing leading up to Thursday. We kept just being, I can't believe I have Thursday off. It's so annoying. And then David, my best friend, who I've mentioned a million times on this podcast, told me he wanted to take me to lunch.
Yep.
He said he wanted Greek food. which now I'm like, I wonder if he said Greek on purpose because he knew that it wouldn't keep me in Astoria.
Yeah.
So he said Greek
Which
food.
it could have been in the city, would have given me more time.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah.
But we went for Greek food, and I was like, great, I know the perfect place.
Yeah, shout out to David because I was actually going to propose before the last episode, but I got pulled to Atlanta at the last minute. And then when I was going to propose this, I was going to do it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I had a show Wednesday, so I couldn't do it Wednesday. So then Thursday was the only day, but you already had that day off.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get you out of the house, so I had to tag David in at the last minute. And he was a champion. He was like, all right, the first thing I was like, David, I have a question to ask you. And he was like, yes, you can marry Samantha.
He sent me the screenshot.
He's like, yes, you can propose. And I was like, perfect, you said that because I actually do need your help.
Yeah.
This week.
It's
and
so
he was
funny.
like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's so funny because I've complained to David.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure he was like giddy because he knew like how excited I was.
He was giddy, and then he was immediately like, we should change our names in the phone because Samantha will find out about this.
Did he say that?
Yeah. He's like, so I changed your name to Armani Ortiz. I changed David's name to Armani Ortiz.
Yeah.
Another short Dominican man who I have a lot of affection for.
Did you really?
I did. It said Armani Ortiz because the real Armani's name in my shit is Jay.
Yeah.
So if it's Armani, I was like, oh, maybe she just thinks I changed it.
I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah, but if you did.
Yeah.
Because it comes up on my laptop.
Oh,
So that would have fucked us.
I hadn't noticed.
But we changed our names in the phone, and then we moved the conversation over to Instagram just to be double incognito.
Look at you. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? We got engaged and now we're fighting.
Yeah.
Because one thing, we got engaged and I'm like, so you can keep a secret from me.
Yeah.
So now we got a bigger problem here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should let me know.
I definitely I was going behind your back.
You were going behind my back?
And everybody knew about it.
Everybody knew about
Not only did I not tell you, but I told a lot of other people and made you
did.
look like a fool.
You made me look like an idiot.
Yeah.
How dare I not know about my proposal?
I told a lot of people about our business.
When I was there.
Yeah.
Right behind my back.
Right behind your back.
Right under my nose.
I asked your parents for their blessing while you were riding a fucking...
As I'm having fun.
As you were riding the teacups.
Yeah. As I'm having fun at the carnival.
Yeah.
You go and you do this behind my back. Yeah. I'll never forgive you.
Best reaction was I asked your mom like for her blessing that we can get married, and your mom, before I could finish asking her I was just like, I love your daughter very much and I want to spend the rest of my life with her, and I just really want to know if I have your blessing. And she was like, please stop. If you keep going, I'm gonna start crying. She's gonna see me. I'm gonna ruin the whole thing. And then she just made me take a walk. It was really funny to me.
I love it. She never gave you her approval.
No, well, because that's how she got away with it.
Yeah. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw off the scent.
Yeah. No, that she was very funny about that. And then your dad might as well have been Paul O'Neill bobblehead night. Kids shed a couple tears, and then
did he?
No, we were emotional kids.
You cried a little too.
I mean, we hugged it out, and then we got lost in the carnival. I was like, you go that way, I go this way. I try to find the people.
And my dad looked so cute that day.
Yeah, he did. He was wearing the same shirt when we went over there after we got engaged.
What did my dad? He's gonna get a shirt's worth of wearing.
One thing about your dad, he's just like me for real. That's how I give it up.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. So Thursday, I had David take you out for lunch.
Take me out to lunch, and then you kept just being like, we should go to a restaurant. It's gonna be a night of romance. You kept saying that, which now I realize should have put some alarm bells.
Well, not alarm bells, but like, we'll do something a little fancy. Not even fancy, but like we'll go to a restaurant that we like that we never go to.
Yeah, but I guess I should have been like, why is he so excited to take me out?
Well, I'm always excited to go out with you. That's why.
I know.
There was no difference between that day and any other day that we would spend together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you said, so I went out with David. We ate. David, another one now I can never trust again.
Yep.
Just didn't even seem nervous.
Nope.
Like I had no clue. I'm there. I'm just yapping. We went to TJ Maxx, just smelling candles.
Yeah, and the TJ Maxx thing almost threw the whole operation into shambles because the restaurant that you ate at was right around the block from where I was getting you balloons to put in the apartment before I proposed. And you and David were paying the check at your restaurant while I was at Five Below across the street from TJ Maxx. I was like, brother, you have to keep her off the block. And then I got my balloons and I sprinted out of Five Below, and you walked in maybe not 5 minutes after.
That's insane.
Yeah, I was sprinting on Dip Mars with 10 candles. 10 candles. With 10 balloons.
Just trying to look like you were trying to just get into the air.
Yeah.
Trying to take off.
Look like I was an autistic kid with an experiment. Just how many balloons do I need to be able to make myself a kite? And that's definitely what it looked like.
How many heart balloons do I need?
And I was running like I was looking the part as well. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. We're having a good time. But I had to run back, and it was fucking sweltering hot.
It was really hot.
Oh my God. And then I had to get back and set up the camera, which, make no mistake, got terrible angles of our proposal. But I had to set them up, and the setup of the apartment took so long I couldn't even shower.
Yeah.
Just proposed to you with a Puerto Rican shower, just all in cologne. I had to rush to gel my hair back because I was planning on washing it. I looked a mess. My pants were wrinkled, but the apartment was cute.
The apartment was very cute.
Yeah.
So anyway, go out with David. We're smelling candles in TJ Maxx. He says he wants incense.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, Five Below. So we go from TJ Maxx to Five Below.
Did he not say anything about maybe we shouldn't go there? Let's stay here.
He said, I don't know if I'm gonna have time because I have to do the showing. He told me he had to go back to work.
Yeah.
Because David's in real estate. So he said he had to show an apartment. So I'm like, okay. And then we went to Five Below, went there, brought him exactly to work because make zero mistake about me. I had bought incense the week before.
Yeah.
So I went to back. I'm like, I know the perfect place. So I take him to the back. We go. He gets incense. We wait online. He pays.
You probably paid the girl that filled up my balloons.
Yeah. So then we go. And then David's like, all right, I got to go this way. I walk him to the train. I walk up and around so I could be on the side. He's about to leave, not even say bye to me. That should be, I guess he got maybe a little nervous. He was like, okay. And then goes to there, was like, bye, David. He like gives me a hug. And then I walk home and I'm texting you. I'm like, we should go for a walk.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
it started
not responding.
And then it starts thundering. You had told me you were taking a shower.
Yeah.
So I think you're in the shower.
Well, that should have been a red flag because you know I don't like to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, we should go for a walk. And then the thunder happened because on Thursday it was like beautiful. And then it got really dark.
Yeah.
And then I'm just texting him like, hey, if you're in the shower, I left my keys. Like, I need to buzz. And you're like, no, I'm not in the shower. I'm like, okay, great. So I walk. It's like 10 minutes, a 10-minute walk to the apartment. I had to pee so badly.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to walk in and I'm going to just run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I walk in and what do I say?
It's about to rain. In a British accent. And then you saw the balloons and the flowers on the floor and me in the middle of the room. I moved all our furniture out.
Out of the way.
A nice big heart.
Yeah, you made a heart out of cherry blossoms leaves or petals because cherry blossoms are our thing.
Yes.
And I just immediately was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then I had, 10 minutes of the worst reaction I've ever seen.
No, we're not even going to, Samantha doesn't want it out anywhere on the pod or the Patreon. But make no mistake, Samantha realized she was getting proposed to and she just had the same reaction as the people on the Titanic had when they hit the iceberg.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah. I had just the same reaction as Amaya on Love Island. We don't want to do this.
Yeah,
which I didn't say that.
Yeah, but
I just kept saying. I said when God made one of His commandments, "Don't say my name in vain," He meant that for me specifically.
Yeah, if there was an "Oh my God" counter on that proposal video, it would be up in the 60s.
Up in the 60s.
Yeah,
I just didn't.
Samantha was shocked.
I was shocked, and I think everybody that listens to this pod knows I don't react. My emotion, I don't know how. I have a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of emotion, and I just didn't know how to express that.
Yeah.
Or hold it in. I just let it all out.
So she comes in, she freaks out, then she starts maniacally laughing.
I started laughing and crying at the exact same time.
And the only thing she wouldn't do was get in the fucking frame of the two cameras that I set up. She refused to walk in them. It's very clear where the middle of the heart was, and she refused to take a single.
I just got so nervous. I was like, I couldn't wrap my head around what the fuck was going on.
So I got Samantha, who will not move from the doorway, and then I got Monroe in a wedding dress because the plan was put Monroe in a wedding dress, put a note on her back, and Samantha would grab the note and be like, "Daddy wants to see you wear one of these."
Yeah.
And then Monroe sees Samantha. Samantha's freaking out. So Monroe fucking hightails it across the apartment. She doesn't want anything to do with it.
She sniffs me. She sees that I'm freaking out and she gets nervous. And she's like, and then for that reason, I'm out.
And that's all. It's Juneteenth. I'm a black woman. I can't be trivialized with this bullshit today.
Yeah. She just leaves.
Monroe's day off. She's in a dress that's too tight for her. And she leaves.
She's put on a couple pounds. She's uncomfortable in it.
I can't get Samantha to go. I can't get this one to fucking stay. I'm silently getting pissed. The cameras are all out of whack. And Samantha just will not stop making irrational noises.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God. I just couldn't believe what was going on.
What's happening? I'm scared. I'm like, what? If I said any of this to you during our proposal, you would be like, motherfucker, I'll kill you.
Yeah, as soon as JC got on his knee, I said, I'm scared. And it's just a reaction I had. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I had a million, I just couldn't vocalize. I was so excited and happy, but like none of that came out.
Yeah.
I was just going,
I was
oh
excited.
My God, what's happening?
I was excited and happy, but what came out was fear and terror. It was for a couple seconds. I was like, have I made a mistake?
No, you didn't really feel that.
No, but based on what you were saying, I was like, I don't know. Was she not ready? Was she lying to me for 3 years about being like, when are you going to propose already?
No, you never didn't feel that way. You knew I was overcome with emotion.
Of course, but your words were red flags.
Yeah, but you know not to listen to those.
That's true.
You understand? And then JC starts like talking to me, and I'm like, I'm listening to you, and then I'm like, you could tell I'm happy because I'm like holding you, I'm like hugging you, and then as soon as he got on his knee, I was like, oh my god, he's like really happy. And then you open the ring, and there was a light in the ring box, and I'm like, what's going on? Just humiliating. Yeah. Honestly, I hate myself. I don't know. I truly do. I hate that video.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
I've watched it about 800 times.
Yeah, and you cry every time you watch it.
Every time I watch it.
Yeah, imagine I propose and you freak out and I get the ick as I'm offering the rest of my life to you.
Yeah, honestly, I was a little scared that you were.
No, of course not.
Because my reaction, I didn't hold back, because one thing about my baby is he knew I wanted a private ceremony.
Yeah.
Proposal.
Situation.
And you gave me just exactly what I wanted,
yes.
and I would have loved to have Monroe involved, and she was.
Yes.
So you gave me exactly what I wanted.
We'll post a picture.
We'll post a picture. Yeah. I got exactly what I wanted, but why I wanted it private was so I could truly be myself.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, being myself is a nightmare,
yeah,
and I actually wish I couldn't be myself.
Yeah, I'm watching you react, and I go, I understand why you want it to be alone, but maybe this is why we need people around.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. But I was super happy, and I didn't see it coming. I didn't think I would be surprised. If I had to guess how you would have done it, I would have thought you would have said we were going to film a pod. Propose to me then.
I thought I was going to propose on the pod.
Just so that you can get it on camera.
Just so we could get a good angle.
And I'm always like ready. I'm dressed and ready.
Of course, but it would have been like, I would have had it in my pocket the whole episode, and we had to have a whole conversation with the thing in my pocket, and then I couldn't really get on a knee. And then I felt like maybe that's being performative if I was doing it on the pod.
Yeah, I thought you would have done it while, like, you would have told me we were going to film, and then we wouldn't have filmed. You would have just proposed. Oh, no. That's how if I had to guess it, that's how I would have done it. And I would have thought I knew that it was, like, I thought I was going to be 10 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's going to try to play me something nice I'm going to know about. I'm going to wear something nice. And then, before I go to brunch or lunch.
She's having this massive outfit anxiety.
Yeah, I'm like, I put it because it was warm and it was like beautiful outside. So I'm like, I want to wear something like summery. Mm-hmm. So like I try on an outfit. I have like this denim skirt that I've not worn before. And I'm like, I think I hate this skirt. But I liked the top. And then I was like, in my head, I'm like, maybe I hate the skirt, but who cares? Like, in my head,
who's gonna ever watch me?
Yeah, who's gonna see me? I don't care about the waiters in this restaurant. I'm like, I don't give a shit. So I was about to wear that skirt.
Yeah, you're about to take a chance.
I was gonna take a chance on a skirt that I actually don't really like the way I look in it. And then as I was like doing my hair and makeup in the bathroom, I'm like, no, I think I'm going to wear these white pants that I washed last week. Yeah. I had washed them while you were away because I washed a bunch of white clothes. And I was like, oh, no, I got these like barrel jeans, barrel white jeans. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to wear those with like a yellow shirt. I'm like, I'll just be comfy. I'll wear something that I'm comfortable in. Yeah. And so like I thought that in the bathroom and I was like, who cares? I don't need to wear a skirt. Yeah. And then I changed into that. And thank God because I was comfy in that outfit.
Yeah. Thank God you wouldn't have to explain that fucking travesty to our children. Like that was a choice. That was a choice, Mom.
Yeah. You liked it, you said.
I don't want you to feel insecure ever. You know what I mean?
Did you hate it?
I don't. It's fine. If you like it, I love it. If you don't like it, I think it's fucking hideous.
Yeah. Well, I'll never wear that skirt again. You just told me I basically look fat in it.
Here we go.
It's basically what you just said. Just say you don't want to fucking marry me.
Well, you said, all you've said about the skirt is how much you hate the way you look in it and how ridiculous you felt that you were about to wear it and how happy you are that you didn't wear it.
Yeah.
So I think you've made your decision and now you're putting it on me.
Yeah. It's just what it is. It's just who I am and it's who you want to marry.
Yeah.
So get your act together.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to complain anymore because I've already co-signed
Listen. You don't get to put this ring on my finger and think that you can do whatever you want.
I quite thought that was the deal, if I'm honest. You know what I mean? I proposed to Samantha and then I started being like, do you mind making breakfast today? You want to make us breakfast this morning? You want to feed Monroe?
I'm
a little tired. You want to walk her? Like I'm trying to milk it. Immediately after I proposed, I realized why guys trick on women. Yeah. And buy them nice stuff. It feels good to see you happy, but it feels really nice to be like, you do it.
Yeah. You make me breakfast.
I think it's your turn today, and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
Why don't you get up and do it? Oh man, there's so many dishes. You should do them. Yeah. The only thing that sucks about proposing is that one day it's gonna your happiness from this moment is gonna wear off, and we're gonna get in an argument.
Oh,
and I'm gonna be like, damn it.
I'm the one that's supposed
After
to be
I
thinking
fucking
negative.
gave you a ring, you're still with the yappy.
Yada.
You should be happy you got anything at all to complain about.
Yeah.
But and one day you're gonna be like, I actually don't give a fuck that you did that anymore. This was disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
And I hate that you're thinking negatively. That's my job.
Yeah. But at least I didn't tell. I didn't make it seem
do
like.
your job. Yeah. Don't take my job, okay?
I apologize.
There you go. Latinos taking people's job.
And that's why I voted for Cuomo. And I'm just kidding. It's just what it is. We're having a good time. But yeah, proposed. We got a nice video, sent it around to the family. I cried. I didn't expect to cry. Not because I wasn't like invested, but like seeing how emotional you got made me emotional.
Yeah, I think I immediately started crying.
Yeah, me too. I barely got through what I had to say.
Yeah. I truly, I think and once I realized, I wrapped my head around what was happening, I think I immediately started crying. Yeah. And then there's like a part where I'm just like, I'm laughing and crying at the same time.
Yeah, she's laughing, crying. There's snot coming out of her nose. She's like, I need a tissue. She's like, I have to pee. She's like, oh my God, it's so hot in here. She just starts talking about anything but the moment.
Yeah. Once it happened, I'm like, it's so fucking hot in here. And then I had to pee so bad. And then we go to the bathroom. I go to pee. And I'm like, oh, there's like no water in the toilet. Yeah. So I go to like flush it. The water comes all the way up to the top.
Yeah,
So we
toilet's clogged. So the first thing we
clogged.
did as an engaged couple was unclog the toilet. And usually it takes a couple pumps. This one took a lot.
Yeah, we were just
I was
there
pumping away for a minute.
So long that I look at you and I'm like, I'm going to take my pants off. I'm going to pee in the shower. Yeah. And then you were like, yeah, go for it. And I was taking my pants off to do it. And then finally you got to the toilet to whatever. And
that's just one thing about the way that our life is going to work. Okay. It's going to be beauty and then it's going to be
sometimes you might have to take a piss in the shower. Yeah, and it's
just the truth. It's just what it is.
Just what it is.
But yeah.
And then you proposed and I cried for that entire day.
Yeah, the whole day. The whole day. Off, as intensely as you did when you realized what was happening.
Yeah. Anyone who FaceTimed me, if I saw them, I cried.
Who had your favorite reaction of everybody that you called?
Gail was funny.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was really funny. I think Jessie was really funny. I texted her, I just wrote Jessie, and she said, "You're engaged." That was really fun. David, I loved it because I wrote him. I'm like, you fucking liar, you sneak bitch.
And he posted this GIF that we always use.
Yeah. With the cheerleader just like looking up and down. Yeah. Because I'm like, how the fuck?
What a legend.
Yeah, I truly had no idea. I thought at least I would know David enough to know like if he's hiding something from me, but you just never know people.
Yeah, and you're also, sometimes you're in your own world a little bit. You're having a good day. It's a day off. You're just a little la.
Yeah, I was just.
You're about to go to
get the filet of salt, please. Yeah. Give me a little lemon potatoes.
Your guard was down. You were not expecting
my guard was fully down. Now in hindsight, I'm like, I feel like anytime me and David go out, he's like, should we have a beverage? And he didn't do that.
Yeah, I told David specifically no alcohol because I know how you get.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in a lot of pain, which is what I'm feeling right now in my tummy.
100%.
And so he didn't say that, but that's hindsight. I didn't think anything in the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did that, and then there was something else. I felt like, I was late to lunch, and it started absolutely pouring. You offering me to take a cab and like not wanting me to feel ugly, because usually if I get caught in the rain, my hair is like frizzy. Yeah. Speaking of right now, and I just look bad, and you're like, I'll pay for an Uber for you. Yeah. So it got me an Uber to go to the restaurant. I'm late, and David's usually like pissed.
And the restaurant's like 10 minutes away.
It would have been a quick
10-minute walk,
but it was
pouring.
The downpour was insane, and usually David will start sending me like rude text messages, and just reading me to filth through text. And he was just like, hey, I got us a table, take your time, like kind of really not fucking rushing me like he would normally do.
Yeah.
And then
you made him suppress his feelings during Pride Month.
That's how insane is that?
How dare you?
How dare I? I'm just not an ally.
No.
And then
engaged to a cis straight man.
Yeah. Okay. Cis straight man. Yeah, babe, we see your hair. Yeah. You understand? You're wearing your sister's soccer shorts. We know what this is.
God forbid one of the bros catch a vibe in his sister's closet. God forbid I try my mom's heels on when everybody's gone and dance around to Madonna because I want to feel like
God
a woman.
forbid I wear lesbian clothing.
God forbid I'm the best twerker in this house. God forbid I like to watch Nick more than I like to watch Olandria. God forbid. Sue me. You understand?
Yeah.
So
anyway, back to the engagement. Anyway, that was the only thing. I guess David wasn't upset that I was late, and that's only in hindsight. I didn't think anything in the moment. Just truly had no idea. Yeah. Sniffing candles.
Yeah. From the moment you left to the moment you came back, I was setting up the proposal. It took way longer than I thought. I moved so many things. I tried to clean, then setting the camera up, and then the decision to get balloons really ate like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That was
because you didn't know where to go.
Because I didn't know where to go. When I went down to Five Below, they had them. They blew them up. They were just fucking taking their sweet time.
Yeah.
I had to tell them, be like, hey, I'm trying to propose, and you guys are real. Like, I offered to just take 5.
Yeah.
That's how long they were taking, and they were like, no, we'll do it quick. And then got them and ran back home.
And my favorite part is that JC went to Five Below to get balloons filled for me, and thought, he was a big part of these people's lives. Because then we went back to Five Below 2 days later, and the girl who filled the balloons was like, hey, you filled the balloons for me.
This is what I was proposing to.
This is what I was proposing to. She's like, hey, just like, I don't get paid enough for this, man. I don't remember you at all.
I was like, whatever, bitch. I was trying to make your day happy. You're the one who's working at Five Below. You know what I mean?
I looked at the girl and I knew that she was gonna give the reaction. So you're like, this is a girl. I was like, okay, you can just
thank you.
keep
you
walking.
Just keep fucking moving. You fucking bots. I thought, oh, that's nice. No.
Yeah.
Because we're also in such a neighborhood.
You're a part of our story. And she was like, I don't get paid enough to care.
Yeah.
There's someone in the store right now trying to rob it.
Yeah, facts. There's somebody in the store trying to rob it. Also, they won't read my application for the Target next door. So it's just, I'm not happy. And I don't want to see you happy.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Then we went on to have a great day. The one thing I regret about, not the one thing, I regret 2 things. Is the camera angles, number 1, and number 2 is not making plans for us after, but that ended up being the best part.
It was the best part.
Not having plans.
We just hung around, we basked in it. I was so excited. I feel like we just chatted for hours.
We did, and I was getting nervous because everybody that I was telling that I was going to propose, which was a lot of people, everybody was saying, what's the plan? And every time I described it, I felt like, this is not an extensive plan.
Yeah.
Are they going to think I don't care?
Yeah.
And then I started adding fake things to the plan that were in it just to make it seem
what
like
did you say?
Like I was like, oh, and then I'm going to take her for a favorite restaurant. I'm going to have an outfit picked out for her. I'm like, I'm not going to do any of that because I've never done that and I don't know what outfit to pick. I don't know what outfit I'm going to pick. I'm proposing in wrinkly pants. So I'm just suggesting things just to make people think that I'm more romantic than I am.
You're just making their dream proposal.
I'm selling my dream to them. And it's like, I felt terrible and then I got a little insecure and I was like, fuck it. I hope we figure it out.
Yeah,
and we did. It ended up being perfect.
I didn't care at all. I was so happy. We were gonna go out to eat, but it was pouring.
Yep.
So you were like, we should go out, and I was like, should we? I'm like, we can order food and we'll go get a bottle of champagne.
Yeah. Sometimes with Samantha, I get nervous because my instinct is to not do anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to celebrate. I want to just fucking mac and chill and bullshit.
But we did celebrate.
We celebrate
we got really good food.
Celebrating is a state of mind and conversation. Celebrating to people is like, what are we going to do? Oh. And I'm not a big what are we going to do person. Like, to me, celebrating my birthday is chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm happy doing that. But I know my bar for that is on the floor. So I always get nervous that am I doing too little?
Yeah.
I was nervous about that.
No, I loved doing it because we got to be in the house. We got to I got to live in my feelings. I kept I kept screaming. I was so excited. I would have to mute that in public.
You got to show them. You got to show the ring. You got to show them the ring.
I mean, they saw it.
Yeah.
You can see that. You can see that shit from the moon. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can see that shit from the laboratory it was grown in. It's just what it is. It's a better thing to do.
It is. It's better for the environment.
Eat that, Bassam Shawl. He tried to convince me to not. He tried to convince me to buy a real diamond.
That would be ridiculous.
And my wallet agrees.
I think I gave you specific instructions
I know,
to get lab
thank
grown.
God you did.
Yeah, because one thing about me...
Bassam's another person I told I was going to get a real diamond just so he didn't judge me. I just tell people things so they can get off my back.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. I think I had never really... All I knew was that I wanted a proposal without no one around. I didn't want anyone around.
Yeah.
And I knew I would have hoped that Monroe would have been a part of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever even said that to you because I was like, I don't want to I don't want to make you do something you don't want to do. I want
you don't want to put the plan out exactly as is.
Yeah, I don't want you to, I don't want to give you I want you to come up with something on your own. I didn't want to be and this is how it, you have to propose to me.
Yeah.
And you involved Monroe.
How did you think Monroe, if you had to guess how she was going to be?
I honestly had no idea. Maybe if we were walking her or something. I don't know.
Just so she could be there.
Just so she could be there. Yeah, I didn't know. I just know I would want her there at least.
Yeah. Put her in her wedding dress and it was ill-fitting and I also put it on wrong. So she was uncomfortable the whole time. But the mother was very happy.
I was very happy. And then what you said that it almost got ruined.
Oh, yeah, because I ordered the dress off Amazon. And Amazon delivered the package to our door. But while I was out walking Monroe or out doing something, and they delivered the package raw dog. So there was no packaging around it. It was just dog wedding dress. That's what it said.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. It said dog wedding dress for dogs. And it was just at the foot of the door when I got home. And I was like, thank God Samantha didn't grab this. Or for a second, I'm like, did she see it and leave it out there so she thinks that everything is fine?
Oh, no.
So I think that she thinks that everything is fine. So I like put it in my jersey when I walked in. I've been wearing the same shirt for like 10 days. And I put it in my fucking Cuba jersey and walked in, and then, had a couple, there was like a 5-minute probationary period to see if you were playing it cool or if you had no idea. And then I surmised that you had no idea.
What about me gave that I didn't know?
You're just too la-di-da-di.
Oh.
You like, I can't imagine you with a secret as la-di-da-di as you without one, because I know how you are when you're upset.
Yeah.
And there's a difference.
Yeah. No.
Your energy is very easy to read. The only time it's like confusing is when we're in public and you're upset with me, but your desire to not let anybody know that we are in
greater than my anger.
In a tussle is always greater than your anger.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to the point where you'll actually be nice and loving to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll forget.
Give you a little smooch.
Yeah. And then you'll pick it right back up.
Yeah.
So you would not have been, not that you wouldn't have been able to, but I would have been like, oh, no, yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't even know what day that was.
Thank God.
And thank God, because we usually Amazon buzzes.
They buzzes and not relent. They buzz without relent.
Yeah. And I would have opened the door.
Yeah.
To get it, but they did. I didn't. I don't. Maybe I was in here on a call and they buzzed.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
That was almost the whole proposal.
Yeah, I would. That would have absolutely. I would have definitely known.
Yeah. That would have tipped you off. But thank God it didn't. I felt.
Was there anything else I almost saw?
Just like ring settings when we were on YouTube, I thought that you were gonna clock that I was looking at rings, and then Gabby and I were on a FaceTime, and she mentioned, so when are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Very loud, and I had to be like, because you were in the other room.
Oh,
and that was like a couple days before I proposed.
I didn't hear that either.
So those were the only two.
Oh, you were on the FaceTime with your sisters. Yeah, it was like last Monday, but you were in the room.
Yeah.
And I was on a call.
Well, you never know, man.
But I do remember you being on the phone. I didn't hear anything with that. I told JC that when we were watching the Knicks in the playoffs at Pig Beach, he was sending like a picture to his group chat because the Knicks won that game.
Yep.
And he opened up his pictures and I saw screenshots of rings. I knew they weren't rings that I knew it wasn't something that you had in your possession.
Yeah.
I just saw a screenshot. And so I looked at it quick and I looked away. And then I was like, oh, okay. So he's scouring what he likes. He's in the
process, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be way later.
Yeah.
I was telling, I think I told Gail or maybe Dee Dee. And I was like, I saw rings in his phone, and I'm like, watch, it's gonna be in fucking December.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Christmas time because he knows. And I'm like,
such a nasty fucking mouth on you.
He's gonna make me wait.
He's such a nasty, nasty woman.
Yeah, and then Dee Dee was like, well, that would be really sweet because you do love Christmas so much. And I was like, yeah, not gonna wait another fucking 6 months.
Yeah, what a nasty, real nasty woman you are.
That's so nasty and so rude.
My favorite thing during the proposal is Samantha's like, I can't believe this. What's happening? Why is this happening? And I was like, what do you mean? What do I mean? You were pressing me for months. I said it in the video. Yeah. So you've been pressing me for months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you're like, I can't believe it. I'm like, you've been forcing my hand.
I actually I didn't even want to do this.
Yeah, I did this for you. No, but you were like, I can't believe it. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you can't believe it? You won't shut up about it. And I feel like lately, especially these last, I want to say 6 weeks, you've really been laying it on thick.
Yeah.
Thicker than fucking Andreina.
Yeah.
You've been laying it on. And
I've been feeling a type of way since my cousin Andrew and Angela announced they were having a baby. I was like, oh, everybody's just moving on. They're doing things. I can't have a fucking baby. Yeah. They said the thing and I was like so happy for them. And then it was an hour later. I think I was taking a shower and I was like, will I ever get to send one of these texts?
Really?
So yeah.
What? And when did they announce?
I don't know, maybe 2 months ago.
Because I started looking at the beginning of May.
Yeah, and then there was a day I woke up, I text David, I'm like, I had a fucking dream, and I was dreaming that you proposed, and I woke up and I was pissed because I was like, it's never gonna happen. So I was texting David about it. I'm like, I had a dream that he proposed, and he's never. I was like, yeah, I know him. I know he doesn't like to. My fear, and I think I sent you a TikTok that was when you're type A and your boyfriend who's never planned a thing in his life. Now he's in charge of planning proposals. You're just never gonna do it.
I did not. I put off the planning part for way too long.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do it at the turn of the new year.
Yeah.
Not for New Year's, but once the new year hit, I was like, I need to get the shit. I need to get it in theory now, and it took me a couple
5 months.
Yeah.
Almost
just to go get it. I asked so many people about who to go to a ring to, and I was like, let me just fucking ask AJ.
Yeah. Ask a real friend.
Yeah. So I just didn't know what the fuck to do, and it really got Like, I was like, oh my God.
And I knew that was my whole thing. That was what I would get annoyed at, because I'm like, I know this guy. I know how he gets anxiety to do anything. Like you were saying, like you thought the proposal was going to be enough. JC knows what type of woman I am, that I just need the moment to be real.
Yeah.
And like not for show or anything like that. So like I don't require like the theatrics of it all. And like people that love that, I it's no shade to you. That's just not who I am.
Yeah.
So like even though he knows that, he still gets nervous. So for me, I'm like, he's not going to go get a ring because he's going to be paralyzed by the thought of like, is she going to like the drink? I don't even know about rings. I don't know anything. I've never got a ring before. I don't know, whatever. And this is all I'm thinking. And I'm like, this motherfucker is not going to do it. And I'm going to have to like, be like, go to this jeweler. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to have to plan out this whole thing. And it was what I would be annoyed about when I had like attitudes and things, like, I'm going to have to be like, do you need help with this process?
Wow. You think you were going to, it sounds like you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking text his ass. I got to vent to somebody about this fucking guy. Those are all the same problems. I'm sorry you felt like that.
Yeah, so
I was getting stuff going. It just took me a little bit.
Yeah, and
Big
I figured,
deal.
but I would just be like,
usually people don't fucking complain when their dreams come true. And then this fucking guy.
Yeah, so I would just be like texting, like, it's never, this guy over here. So yeah, that's what I was doing. So I was just like, and I know how you are. I know you get anxiety about stuff. So I was like, this motherfucker is going to just have too much anxiety to do it. And I don't know who is going to get him to do it but me. So I truly,
it's like Thanos grabbing, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, truly. So I was like, he's going to have too much anxiety to do it.
No faith. Oh, ye of little faith.
Yeah.
You didn't think I could do it.
Not that I thought that you would need pushing. Is that not who you are? Is that not how you've showed me who you are?
Well, the fact that that's how you think I am, maybe give me the ring back. Maybe just give it back.
No, not that I didn't think you were going to do it, but I thought you would. I knew you would eventually do it.
No,
but I thought you would have so much anxiety. And I knew that you were going to have to power through a lot of anxiety to get there. Yeah. And I just, as you were powering through, I just was losing my fucking patience.
Yeah, and you didn't have much.
Yeah, and as if you listened to our last episode, which none of you did, we had 64 views.
I know.
Yeah, I just need to know if you guys are listening on Spotify so I could feel it better. We do get really good views on Spotify.
Yeah, shout out to Spotify. And
we get way better views than we've ever had on YouTube. We get them on Spotify.
Okay, well that's good. And just if you're listening to this, whether it is on Spotify, YouTube, or Apple Podcasts, just leave a fucking comment so we know you're here. We're not just sharing our happiness with the void.
Yeah.
So tell us congratulations at the very least, because I spent a pretty fucking penny. I'm gonna need to hear that the ring is pretty and that you guys are happy for us.
Yeah, and I'm talking to you, Emily Ward.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Melvin Priester.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Maria Maverick.
Yeah, just keep it going, all right? Because now financially there are stakes. All right, because unfortunately I kind of need the Patreon to pop off now to recoup what I've already sunk, okay? So www.patreon.com/softlunch, and I'll post the video of the proposal, whether Samantha wants it up there or not. It's just what's going to happen. That's
we just
guarantee.
We just got to sell. We got to sell our happiness just for what it is. But yeah, so that was the only thing I thought. I was like, he's going to have to power through this, and I don't know if he's equipped with, if I'm not there to be like, you've got this.
Yeah. You don't know if it's possible.
Yeah.
No, and I get that. And it did take me longer than I wanted it to, but once I went and got the ring, everything came together pretty
What was it that like, maybe like, I got to do it? Was it me being annoyed?
No. What were we doing in April? Did we go somewhere? I don't know what the fuck. I feel like I came back from somewhere with like mad clarity, or like something happened. I can't remember what, but I was like, I have to just do this. I have to just do this thing.
Oh, did we visit my cousin Kristen when she was talking about her proposal?
Maybe.
I think that's what maybe.
Maybe something like that.
I know we went there in April.
I hit AJ up on like a month. I was like, bro, where'd you get your ring? It's time. And then it like once I did that, just sending that text to one of my friends, because I've been talking about it with like strangers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to like make it real, because then I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But then once I texted AJ, it all came into it came. Then it was just having to wait until the meeting, and then having to wait for the first designs, and then the ring to be made, and then for it to be ready.
Yeah.
And then once I got it ready, then I had to have the day. It was gonna get the ring this week, propose next week, be done. But the Atlanta trip pushed it all back 1 week.
Yeah. I would have, truly, I would have, I've been surprised that also, I also didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even think you had a ring on you.
Yeah.
On your person. So you left the ring here when you went to
When I was in Atlanta, it was here the whole time.
Were you nervous that I would like?
No, because if you found it, I wouldn't have given it to you, because you would have had to been looking where the money is. You'd have to be looking where I keep my cold hard cash. So
Yeah, because I was actually wondering because I'm like I did all your laundry that week.
Yeah. I wasn't because it's in the we have a box that you got me actually.
Yeah.
That actually I'm not gonna tell you guys where I keep my money. Don't even worry about it. But I put the ring where I keep the money, and Samantha's the only person that knows it's there. So if the ring was compromised or if you found it, I would have known you were looking for some money.
Yeah. I'm just trying to steal some
or
cash.
you really wanted to see your $2 bill collection, which I keep with my cash.
Yeah. My $2 bill collection that I got from a stripper at a bachelorette party. A male stripper that we did not order.
How the world turns.
Yeah,
Speaking of bachelor and bachelorette parties, my favorite thing about proposing and then telling people is the difference between the reaction of your people and my people.
Yeah.
Because all your girls are like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Let me see the ring. When's the wedding?
Yeah. Are you going to do it away? Destination.
And all the homies are like, yo, I know you don't like to, but we got to do a bachelor party. All right, I'm sorry. And it's just a huge difference.
Yeah, I don't think a single person mentioned the bachelor party to me. Only when I mentioned it at my mom's house. We went to my mom's house to celebrate. It was Amanda and Isabel. I mentioned something. We mentioned the difference.
Yeah.
And then they were like, do you want to do a bachelor party? I was like, of course, I'll do a bachelor party.
Bachelor party, for me, I feel like in my life, I have been growing backwards on some Benjamin Button shit. Because I feel like when I was 12, I just wanted to watch porn and see naked women. And now that I'm 32, I just kind of want to have a pizza party with my friends and a couple video games. And that's just the truth. Yeah. I don't know. That's just what it is.
Yeah. We talk a lot about like who we are in our friend groups.
Yeah.
And we're the same person. Because like you would always talk about, you were like, the pregame was always better than going out. And I was like, I would try to get my friends to not go out. We'd be at the pregame and I'd be like, why would we we're having a blast.
Yeah, I love the pregame.
Why would we leave this and now be around people we don't know?
Yeah.
Spend money on drinks. There's drinks at home.
Yeah. That's why I say I don't like to go to strip. Yo, yeah, you got to see the bitches at the strip clubs fat ass. I'm like, bro, I got ass at home. I dropped mad money on that ring. She better start twerking.
Yeah. You're so like,
I have twerks that I have to recruit. I have twerks and accounts collectible at home.
Yeah. You're like,
that I'm owed.
You're also like, I watch Love Island. I see all the twerking I need.
Truly. Find me a stripper better than Olandria, and we'll get on there. Exactly. But it's I don't know. It's just different. I've been to strip clubs. Have you been to a strip club?
Yeah.
Which one?
Only once. Someplace in Manhattan.
You like it?
No, I sat there and I thought, damn, what went wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you here, and then I started instead of looking at the girls, I was looking at the guys, and I was like, pigs. I was so mad. They were just the way they were looking. Exists. The way they were looking at the women. I'm like, she's not a fucking piece of meat.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that's hysterical. I
was pissed.
Yeah, me in the strip club. I don't mind being there. I get the ambiance. It's cool, but like, I feel like all the strippers know. They just look at me and they know this. He's fucking.
He's here against his
pussy.
Yeah, he's here.
He's not hyped, but he's not one of it. He's not one of it.
Yeah.
I feel like women look at me. They don't even ask me for money. They're like, he don't got it. And it's not because he looks broke. He's just, I can read his fucking
he spent all his money on that ring.
Yeah. He doesn't want to he barely wants to buy a drink, let alone me a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a person, I don't radiate confidence in a strip club.
Yeah. Do you know who also doesn't radiate that in a strip club? My dad.
I feel like your dad radiates confidence, just that he's not going to spend the money.
Yeah.
Like, women look at me and they have confidence that I'm not going to spend the money because I don't have confidence.
Yeah.
Women see your dad and they know he's not going to spend money because he knows he's not going to spend money.
Yeah.
What's that story?
My dad, So my dad, we were talking about bachelorette parties and stuff, and my dad was saying like he never really liked strip clubs.
Yeah.
And he was like, I remember the first time I went to a strip club, it was the first time that he ever seen Pellegrino water, like the green ones. And he's like, I never saw it before. And a stripper came up to me and she's like, you should buy me something. And he was like, what do you want? And she was like, I want that. So he was like, oh, she'll take one of these. He was like, I paid for it. It was fucking like $8. Yeah. And then he goes, what is that? She goes, it's sparkling water. He's like, fucking what? $8. And then he goes, like 30 seconds later, another stripper comes up to him. She's like, I want one too. He's like, yeah, you can share with her. I'm not buying you another one. You want the steal?
We love a cost efficient kid.
Yeah, my dad was like, absolutely not. And for what?
That's some New York shit, man. Like, no matter how horny you get, I won't be fucked out of a deal.
Yeah. My dad's like, you want a water? I'll make you a tiramisu.
Yeah, this type. I'll bring you a cheesecake.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending no cheese on that cake.
Yeah.
Please.
You understand?
Please.
Really, truly, my dad's like, absolutely not. I'm not falling for that.
I spent $8 on Perrier.
Yeah.
I don't got it.
I got nothing left. Yeah.
Strip clubs it's a very specific place.
Yeah.
Very specific place.
It is. It's going to strip clubs. I went with my friend, and it's when I found out that I looked at her and I thought, oh, you like women.
Oh yeah.
And she's only been with women since.
Wow. Oh shit.
Yeah. We went there and my friend paid for a lap dance for me and my other friend. And this girl's like dancing on us. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not like because it's a woman. Just I am not good in those moments.
Yeah,
this is not for me.
You gotta be into it.
I gotta be into
like,
it.
super
So
into
I'm
it.
laughing because I'm uncomfortable enough. And you know, men in the strip club are watching, and I'm like, get me out of here.
And they're very
so I'm
serious.
laughing because I'm uncomfortable, and my friend is like staring at the stripper in her eyes, slapping her ass,
Oy.
making her ass jiggle, and
Oy.
the girl's like, you know, like grabbing her hands to put them on her titties and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah, lesbian.
Yeah. And she did play softball, and you know what I mean?
Well, the fact that you needed to take your softball playing friend to the strip club to realize she was a lesbian says volumes about
That's
your
what I'm saying. The
intelligence.
signs were there.
Yeah.
The signs were there.
The signs were there, and the third base coach like this.
Yeah. The sign was for you, to steal.
Yes. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, steal that puss.
Yeah. Grab a bat.
Yeah.
Strap it onto your body.
Yeah. I immediately after that, and then I'm not even kidding, it was like a month later, she came out.
The closet. Good for her.
She came out of the closet, was dating one of her teammates.
Well, yeah, of course she was. That's beautiful. I love that. But yeah, strip club. You know what strip club I do really like though? Tootsie's in Miami.
I've never been.
Really good. Really good. I went there on like a fucking whatever the worst strip club day is. I went there on that day. The women were beautiful.
Yeah.
It wasn't packed. We were like sitting and watching games. I'm like, oh, I get why people like the strip club. I'm here. I can get some good food because the food is good.
Get
a lobster tail.
You get a little lobster.
Get a little lobster tail and see a little
land and sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little land
surf
and then
turf.
sea. Some pussy.
And then the fucking earthquake. Bow, bow, bow. But I'm at Tootsie's. They're playing the games.
Are they
everywhere.
fully nude?
Yeah, I think
Bottoms off?
I don't know. Actually, I think so.
Puss out.
Puss out. I think in this one, but I'm like
now. Let me ask before you keep going. I'm a woman, so like I don't think a woman's anatomy is like a hot thing to see.
Yeah.
A woman spreading and you seeing puss. You
if
like
she
it?
would spread the end like
No, just like dancing with her puss out.
I think it's more the thought. I think it's more the knowledge that this woman's naked more than I can see a puss.
Okay.
Thank God I can see a puss because Lord knows my day isn't complete unless I put two eyes on two lips.
Yeah.
Like that's not my thought process. Like I love to see it, but I'm like, oh, well, she's naked.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Have you ever requested a puss photo?
No, I've never requested a puss photo. Nudes is I'm thinking booty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking cheeks, tits. I'll take some
Yeah.
tits, but like I think a part of me, if this is insensitive, but I think it's too much for me.
Yeah.
Just put your mouth on. You know what I mean? That's put your cheeks on. That's who I want to talk to.
Yeah.
I'll get down there.
Yeah.
I think a little more show, a little less show, more tell about the puss. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been asked for puss photos.
Yeah?
I never sent them.
No,
'Cause I'm like,
but you've taken them.
absolutely not. I'm like, no.
It's just a tough angle.
It's also no.
Yeah.
Who do I look like? Cassie? Have you ever seen her photos?
I know it's a bit much, and it's tougher for women, I think, because like me, I can take a photo of my junk with the camera going this way.
Yeah.
You can
put a fish lens on that.
I can put a fish lens on that. I can get a good angle. I can put it in portrait mode. Yes. If you are taking a picture of your puss, unfortunately, you're using your front cam. Your front cam, you're going like this,
You're
babe.
going like this, and then you just see you're like that.
Yeah, there's just no way to get.
It's just not a good angle.
Yeah.
I've never even tried.
There's no way to get a good angle of your puss and your face.
Yeah. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have had to respectfully decline. I've had to say no.
Yeah,
not
you're just gonna have to take my word for it that it's wet. And
it's not. I'm in Trader Joe's. That's the thing.
I'm texting you with one hand because the other hand's pushing the cart.
Exactly. Yeah. The other hand's on my butternut squash ravioli.
Yeah, the Thai chili crunch.
You understand? Yeah, my frozen dumplings. Yeah. My kung pao chicken.
Were you a sexter in like public? Would you sext in public settings?
I don't think I've ever sexted not in a public setting.
Really? That's
just the guy's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, touching myself. No, I'm not. I'm on the fucking MTA. I'm in the F train. I'm headed to someone else's apartment. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm at brunch with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, Yeah. I fear I was a good sexter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fear I knew what to say.
Yeah.
I didn't mean any of what I was saying. But I fear I knew what to say.
I feel like sexting is something that I aged out of.
Yeah.
I feel like right around the time I lost my parents' insurance is when I'm like, maybe
I never liked it. Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. I when I would get them, I'd be like, I don't care.
There was a time in my life where I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then
here's the thing: is you sext enough, and then you meet up with the guy, and you go, you were lying.
Yeah.
You couldn't actually come through on any of the promises that you made.
Of course not.
Unfortunately, you pulled a Nick. You finished in 25 seconds. And now I don't even, if I was into story, with me, I am into storybooks. I did buy one during the pandemic.
And we all know.
that. But I don't need to read it in my text messages.
Yeah.
It's kind of corny. And I hate it when people would be like, say something to me. It's like, oh God.
No, I mean,
I'm at a family barbecue.
Yeah, come on. This is I'm here with my niece. It's her birthday.
It's a birthday, please.
But I didn't. Once I got like later in my 20s, I didn't really like sexting as much.
Yeah. I was
also over promising, real thing. Because when you sext,
You're only
that's all
overpromising.
you can do is speak. All you can do is type words when you're sexting. You can't take it out and give yourself a second. You can't, you're just saying shit. And I think what happens is it's read in order.
Yeah.
And if you think I'm going to do all of those things in that order, that's just not what's going to happen.
just not what's gonna happen.
I'll get to all of them over the span of a couple months.
Yeah.
You give me time.
I'll get to this list.
I'll get to doggy if you let me figure out missionary a couple times, so where that's not where it ends.
Yeah,
which
I'll
is
get to
unfortunately.
doggy. I'll just have to keep my eyes closed.
Yeah, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? And we'll get there. We'll get there as long as you're patient. But they never are. Once you tell them I'm gonna fuck your brains out until you can't fucking blah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's also just like, what are we both doing here, guy?
Yeah. It's
This
a
is
recipe.
weird.
It's not a recipe for success.
It isn't a recipe for success, but I will say the other day we were sitting on the couch. Can I say this? No. And you're sitting on the couch
Oh my God, Samantha. Jesus.
you're doom
Lord.
scrolling, and then I'm like, every now
You're
and then.
a sick woman, and this my parents listen to this, so this might be out, but that is very funny. We're just
We're a married couple now, okay? It's how we keep it fresh.
But no, he's shout out to my dad. Dad, if you're hearing this, put a couple diamonds in the comments.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. A lot of that is heavily edited, but it was funny. Samantha's had more drinks than maybe she's ever had in her entire life, and we're having a good time. We're engaged. We're celebrating. What else did we do? Any other notes about being engaged that have stuck out to you?
I'm fucking thrilled.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I will say, if you're listening to this and you know me personally, don't ask me what we're doing for our wedding.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We have no idea.
It just happened. Let me sit on it for just a little bit. Although we did eat brunch in a place that I think we might have it at.
and we're gonna eat at about 50 more of those restaurants.
Yeah. We walked into a place and said, we could get married.
Any place Samantha goes or hears about, she's like, I could live or get married here.
Yeah. I looked at the lights that they had there. Said, are they wicker like the ones in our house? We're getting married here.
Yeah, and she's just gonna do that about 20 more times.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Also, if you have to ask what we're doing, you're probably not invited. It's just the truth. I'm just kidding. But we don't know yet.
But it's also the truth.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah. You look at me and you go, you have 100 close family members, and so we're just gonna have to, unfortunately, elope.
Yeah, you look at me and you go, I thought part of the reason why we were aligned is because neither one of us wanted a big wedding, and then you really listen to the words that you say, and you realize that the ceremony gets bigger and bigger every time we speak.
No. That's why I don't want one.
Yeah.
Just giving me anxiety.
I almost couldn't even do this on my own.
Yeah.
Let alone that.
Yeah. So, was there any point outside of that you thought I might know that you were? Because I would be at work and you went to the jeweler.
Yeah.
You sneaky motherfucker. You know, you never know what they're up to, these guys. You can never trust them.
You shouldn't.
Yeah. So did you think I would call you? Because I call you from work a lot.
I would just not pick up and be like I was in the shower or something. Yeah. I would just lie.
You see that? Easy for you to lie to me.
I would just lie. Well, for your own good, yeah.
Look at
and
you.
that way I protect you.
I feel like when I'm at work, you're always like working on like clips and things like that.
I can't remember. Maybe I put them out. Maybe I got it done early, but like I was like, well, I gotta go to the jeweler, so.
Crazy.
Yeah, just you gotta tell a little lie. Gotta tell a little lie now and then just to keep you on your toes. Because now you're happy, but you're also shocked. You know what I mean? So it's like you're happy that you have a husband, but like, do you really know who you're getting married to?
Exactly.
Maybe that mystery is what I need.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe you have another family somewhere else.
It's possible.
It's just possible.
It's
just
possible.
what it is.
But yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
What was your favorite part of the proposal?
I liked the fact that I could tell you were like at night before going to bed, we were being really silly. You didn't want to take the ring off, and then like randomly you just get up and start to like like the same way I would feel like if the Knicks won the championship.
Yeah.
Like something that you put a lot of time into that has paid off in the exact way that you wanted.
Yeah. I was just jumping up and down. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I just started screaming. Randomly, just started screaming.
That's what your team winning feels like. I'm not even bullshitting you. You getting proposed to by your boyfriend of 3 years is exactly how men feel when their favorite team wins a championship. Like, and you actually helped. You know what I mean? You actually did something to get that ring. I don't do shit. But talking honestly, half the time I'm talking, I'm being really negative.
Yeah,
about the
you
team
actually
I'm
don't
rooting
even
for.
deserve it.
So I don't deserve it, but that's how happy I feel.
Got it.
Yeah, and it's really sad that's the level of happiness. That's how low that bar is.
Yeah.
Just my favorite team win a couple important games.
Yeah. And I've just been feeling so mushy since he proposed. So we were at brunch today, and I was like, you were talking about the Yankees, and I was like, yeah. So when did you fall in love with me?
Oh my God, literally. I'm like, can we ask after Jazz Chisholm finishes it back?
Yeah. I just needed to know.
Yeah, she's a crazy kid.
When did you know you were gonna propose?
Yeah, that's what you asked me.
Yeah, when I begged you.
Yeah, I think on the 7th time that you showed me a TikTok about when is my dumb boyfriend gonna propose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun. I liked it. I liked that we didn't have any shows that day.
Yeah.
I also was like, I did a show the night before, and this video I'll put on the pod and maybe out on. But I did a show in Brooklyn called Little Fish. Shout out to Ali Fishbean, and I was hosting at the end of the show. Like at the beginning of the show, I told everybody that I was proposing. And at the end, I was like, I put my camera in selfie mode and was like, oh, everybody say congratulations, Samantha, because I knew you were going to fucking say yes because you don't got no other options.
Yeah.
I made sure that I isolated you from every other guy on the planet and made you feel like this is the only way it can work.
Yeah.
And,
the only guy in the villa I'm talking to.
Exactly, and you're welcome. And I had the crowd say, I had them all say congratulations, Samantha.
Baby, I love you so much, and this crowd has something to say to you. Hell yeah. And now everybody say it's okay that you went lab grown. Okay, and also everybody say 3 years, really not that much time to wait. Honestly, I think I did this in a timely fashion. I love you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. I agree. 3 years is not a long time.
I thought it was fair.
Yeah. And I felt bad because when you were like, I'm sorry I made you wait so long. You didn't make me wait so long.
Yeah.
I've been more being a pain in the ass.
You have been being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to validate your feelings.
Yeah. Don't do that this time. Okay? Yeah. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I knew that I knew we were getting married. Like we talk about all the time. It's not like a question I didn't know was going to happen. I just didn't know it was going to happen.
Yeah, it's the when and how of it for sure. I showed my boys the video, and shout out to Melina, was like, Samantha's a good one because not at one point that entire video does she look at the ring. Like you didn't care what it looked like at all. And like, obviously I wanted to be nice, but like, then I started getting upset. I'm like, no, you got to look at the ring. It is
well, I've looked
really
at
nice.
it enough since.
Yeah.
We just walk in the street. I just put my hand up. I'm like, can you believe it?
Yeah, I was gassed up. I didn't realize that it was a nice ring until I saw, like, I went to my jeweler's Instagram and he posted it. And AJ and Artie, if you're listening, go to his page. If he didn't post yours, it is what it is. All right, some of us are creative.
Yeah, so we don't make the rules.
It's just what it is. No, but that made me feel good. I'm like, oh, he does think it's cool.
Yeah,
because he flat out told me I was walking Monroe and he called me because you were here.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can make the design. I don't really like it because it's like, I added a second halo. And he's like, I don't really care for it, but I'll make it if you want it. And I'm like, let me see the design. And then I thought he hated it, and I was like, I like it, so fuck it. And then he posted it like it was really nice.
Yeah. So it's a double. It's just a solitaire ring, and then there's double hidden halos underneath. Very, very cute. I love it. You put your what is it? You put your foot in it.
Put my own twist.
Yeah.
Put my foot off in it. Broke my foot off in it.
Yeah. You put your own little twist on it. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a beautiful ring.
Fellas, I will say, big tip that I think really helped me is Samantha sending me an email of everything she wanted, like before I was thinking about proposing.
Yeah.
But like once you start dating somebody and you're in a relationship, have her send you an email with everything she wants in a ring just in case.
Yeah. I would say maybe don't ask as soon as JC did.
Yeah.
JC asked me pretty quickly.
Well, we were talking about it. We were just talking about it. I wasn't selling you a dream. We were talking about your ring, what you would want.
Yeah. So I told him what I wanted, but I didn't tell you like what size ring I wanted.
No, but you did two things. You told me the shape and you told me like the setting.
Yeah.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So get the shape, get the setting, and then Samantha, she was also like, I don't know what ring size I am, but take this ring. This ring that I wear, it's gonna have the perfect size.
My Samantha ring.
And I was like, perfect. It really made it very easy for me.
Yeah.
And then everything else you can figure out on your own.
Was it hard to find the Samantha ring?
A little bit. I think it was out in front.
Yeah,
I think that's where it was. But I found it, and then everything else you can figure out on your own. But definitely have that information. It helps.
Yeah. I remember at one point I showed you like a TikTok of a ring that was really beautiful, and it looked like. Now I'm wondering if it was this one, and you were like, "Damn, that's huge." And then I showed you like another one. You kept thinking like, damn, that's huge. And I was like, is this motherfucker prepping me for a small ring?
Yeah. Honestly, the one that I got you originally was going to be like a whole carat bigger.
No, yeah,
but it would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't do that.
When I told AJ the size that I was going to get you, he was like, I got Artie this size, and Artie thinks it's too big, and Artie's like 4 feet taller than me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta.
Artie's like a half foot taller than me.
Yeah. So I was like, if that looks big on her, I gotta go small.
Yeah.
No,
and
I love it.
I love it. It's perfect. I can't imagine anything better. I can't imagine a better partner.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this new chapter.
It's exciting.
Nothing changes. I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Well, how about next time you open your mouth like that?
You can suck my fucking dick.
And I think that's a fair exchange.
Yeah, I think so too. I do fear that however we decide to get married, I am going to have to give you the note to not say anything sexual in your vows.
Well, I wouldn't have, but now I have a compulsion to because you just mentioned that. But I also need the vows to be private. It's just what I need.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
I don't want like a bunch of people there. No.
I need the vows private between me, you, and whoever's officiating, and I want to be able to say whatever I want.
Yeah. Except I don't want a first look. I want you to see me walk down the aisle. And if we do vows,
I think we can exchange vows in private without being in our wedding gear. Like we can exchange vows privately the night before.
Okay.
Is that true? I don't know. If you've ever exchanged vows privately, let us know if that's true.
Well, I think you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. I don't think someone's going to say no.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like me doing vows now, like in public for me, like I would feel like we were in a rap battle.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing it to make you happy. I'm doing it to defeat you. I'm doing it to bury you. We're both public speakers. I'm not going to get cooked at my vows. First of all, I want everybody to think that I have better vows than you.
I'm a comic. And I'm not a public speaker.
You are a public speaker.
When it comes to talking about my feelings,
yeah, but you speak.
Here's the thing. You're gonna beat me. You're better at that.
Yeah.
So it's not a competition.
And that's exactly what somebody who wants to win would say to me, to keep my guard down.
Just keep your guard down.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not a fucking idiot. I've seen you on stage. I would come correctly. And frankly, it would turn into a little bit of roast battle. I wouldn't even be being nice to you.
Yeah.
It would be a little roast.
This fucker should even go to college.
Yeah.
She said she's sure about me, but she don't know nothing. This bitch didn't go to college.
She was like, oh my God, I'm so surprised. I can't believe this is happening. Really? That's something that somebody who's been fucking begging for this for months wouldn't say.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. I'm so excited.
Yes, it is exciting. It's an exciting thing. So shout out to everybody that's reached out and said congratulations, and now everybody can do so.
Yeah, now everybody can do so. We didn't want to. One thing about us, we didn't want to post anything.
It, not right away. It's been fun to like live in a little bit of bubble.
Yeah.
But now that we have announced our engagement, we need you to give us engagement.
Yeah.
Fucking
now
post.
it's up to you.
And now it's up to you. And now it's up to the people at home.
Yeah. To propose to us, give us the engagement that we need.
We need that engagement. That's been I've been saying that on stage a little bit. When I talk about how, you and I are so close that like you're like my best friend and we also do comedy together. Sometimes I forget to look at you like my partner and I look at you like my coworker and I'm like, oh, we got to keep working. We got to keep posting. We got to get engagement. You'd be like, huh? So that's the only thing that needs engagement?
Yeah.
And that's...
So you care about those reels more than you care about me?
I do.
Yeah. You care about that engagement more.
And it is because this engagement doesn't. Yeah, it is what it is. But that's it, man. We're engaged. We're very happy. We're happy to share it with you guys.
Yes.
We're fucking 98 episodes deep into soft
We
launch.
are.
I wish I would have held it for 2 more episodes to put our proposal on 100. But it's what it is.
It's just what it is. We might do a guest, guys. We're being kind of.
We got some names out there.
Yeah, we get some people who are offering to be on the pod.
Yeah, for real. Good people that you guys would like to see. We'll fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Let me see if there's anything else that we wanted to talk about. Not really.
Not really. We're at an hour or two. No, we're about an hour because we put that on like 4 minutes late.
Oh, that's true. We did put it on a little bit late. So it's just a big one long thing about us guys. We're engaged and we're super happy and we're super grateful for each other.
Yes.
But we're also grateful for everybody at home. Thank you guys for listening to us and always
Yes, and we wanted only you guys to know first.
Yes,
truly. I was like, I don't want to post it until we say it on the pod.
Yeah, facts. The pod should know first because you guys are the most important.
And you really know us.
Yeah, and so when you see us make these posts, and they're going to get thousands of likes because people are going to be happy for us. But you guys are who we care about.
Yeah, we only care about you guys.
All right, and we love you guys. Come to our In Rhythm live stand-up show. That is this Sunday at New York Comedy Club, the 29th, 8 p.m. East 4th Street. The link will be in the bio of this episode. Promo code Boogie for $10 tickets?
Yes, or 15 maybe.
Very cheap tickets. Come see us. We'll be doing stand-up. We got a great lineup for you guys. Soft Launch Live Show will be back soon. We're just figuring it out. And other than that, like, comment, subscribe, show love. Go to Patreon, give us $5.
Yes.
We love you guys.
We love you guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I've been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
Soon to be Samantha
Mendoza!
Bitch! We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Peace.